never fucking seems to be working out. However, last night, I remember that last night there was the battle. Right, I'm not fucking mistaken. Time didn't
that
jump.
Was definitely
Okay,
last
sweet.
night,
Last night, right? There was the battle, and I was home. You know, I was chilling, vibing. Right, I was playing games, playing zombies with the boys. The boys are back in town. You know what I mean? We're getting the vibes pushing. We're gonna stream in soon. All that jazz. It's great. You know what I mean? Good to be back home on my computer with the boys. And then I was like, fuck. Like we were playing zombies. We died, right? And we're sitting there. We're like waiting for a homie because he was like, who's gonna get on? He wanted to play zombies. He's like, you don't gotta wait for me, bro. So we're like in this little thing. He was like, maybe we pivot, and then it hit my head. I was like, bro, it's the fucking finals right now. Holy shit. You know what I mean? I'm pivoting. He's like, what are you talking about? I pulled up WaveWarZ.com. I'm like in the Discord call, right? And I just start streaming it. And I'm like, I'm just talking about it. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I already missed the start of the round, damn it. You know? But then I got in. Yeah, I got my strategies in. I was sharing with the homies. Like, they're not R3 pilled like at all. You know what I mean? He's low-key like, what the fuck is this? I'll talk about this shit like a lot of the times, but now I'm just showing him, you know? And the one point he was like, are you betting? I was like, yeah, you know, yeah. Which, you know, he didn't really understand, but also did not have the position that I was looking to have, like getting into the battle just before I even started trading, right? I just wasn't fully prepared. Totally on me, you know what I mean? You guys definitely told us when it was happening. Just my own personal thing. However, I did put in, this is my little trading history, I guess, 0.005, right? And that shit went, shoo! I got the first position and someone threw in like a 0.1 kind of thing, and I was all, let's fucking go! I sold my 0.005 for 0.02. I was all, damn! Now that's a come up. $2 to $5? Sheesh! So yeah, I fucking over doubled my money last night. 2 to 5, baby! Let's go! Get dumped on! That was my WaveWarZ experience. It was great. Shout out to Juan. You know what I mean? Pulling it off with 2. Little 1 to 2. You know what I mean? Where's the 3 come in? Right? He's about to be like a three-time champ. That's my prediction. You know what I mean? 1, then he hits a 2-part win into a 3-time champ. That's the prediction. So, yeah, I had a great time, even though I basically missed the entire fucking thing. But then, yeah, no, it seems like it was a great time. Love to hear the, you know, the aftermaths and everyone else's perspectives. And yeah, we got Candy back, Louise on stage, and then also I met Stormy the other day. I didn't get to connect with you, but it was in the Mountain Dew. I just remember that it was the Crypto Fam Radio. There was that space, and then you were co-hosting, played a pretty saucy song. So maybe that was what you were referring to, Hurricane, someone you got like a battle kind of thing. So I'm here. I'm chilling. Love you. Easy.
Yo, much love. Appreciate the play-by-play. You know what
And new juice came in. I can't share, but I'm gonna pull the classic Hurricane. Like, I got the alpha, and I'm not gonna fucking tell you. But just know that holy fuck, the juicer strategies are in. Yeah. I don't even know how so I'm sorry, I can't really say anything. But just holy fuck. Yeah, we'll be cooking coming into it's a little like a long-term strategy, low key, but there's stuff we got to get started. So just know what's happening. Love you.
I do not know what he's talking about, bro. Juicer strategy. What the heck? What does he even mean? But either way, I guess we go figure it out later because he's not gonna tell us now. All good, bro. You know, you can't use my tactics against me and think I'm gonna feel bad. I just understand the game. You feel me? But either way, shouts to my G Mumbo. Yo, let's say what's good to Story. Like Mumbo said, we met her yesterday in the Crypto Fan Radio space, and I might have a match for you. But I don't know. What's up?
How's everybody doing?
Coolin'. cool. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing great. I just released a single today. Um, yeah. So I have a question. You said you have somebody for me to play with. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm looking forward to this.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you in the DMs because I don't want to put it out there like that. And plus, I haven't even asked this person yet, but I know that they are interested in battling. So if they say yes, then then it's gonna be raps. You feel me?
You mean I have to rap?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you
No,
don't
I'm
know?
teasing. I can rap somewhat.
No, no, no. That's just like my lingo, yo. Like I say, like it's a instead of saying it's a rap, I just say it's raps. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. My southern ass is sitting there going, "Great, I have to do a southern style rap. That's not going to sound very good." It'd be like, "No, I'll stick to my AI for raps, thank you."
That is hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, would definitely be dope to see you, because like, yeah, we did hear that song yesterday in the space, and that stuff was a vibe. Shouts to my G Jeff Panzer in the building. Still,
Ah, my buddy.
yeah, he still hasn't come to talk to us. He just be stalking and stuff. But yes,
Ah, all you got to do is throw him a mic. He'll say hi.
I just threw him a mic. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because we do have a lot of
Jeff,
songs.
come on up.
We do
Yep.
we got Crypto Charis as well, also stalking us. You know what I'm saying? Stilo, I wouldn't say he's a stalker because he be coming through and speaking, but
Easy
Bujazzy,
pay.
Bujazzy definitely a stalker. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it was good to
Good
Louis.
morning, everyone.
Oh shit. Aji came out
Yeah.
of nowhere. What's good?
Everything's good. How you doing?
Shoot, we cooling, vibing and cooling. People keep talking about you, like and since you're new in the space, you gotta tell us who you are, what you do, and why you came through.
Before I'm gonna gotta give my that was the quickest speed run, Jeff, to a follow. That was the easiest answer. What's good? Everything's good. Check your profile, music lover. What's up, Jeff? Good to fucking meet you, bro.
Shout out to Jeff, bro.
Do you guys know who
It's
this
great
man
to be
is?
here. It's great to be here this morning.
I guess we're about to figure out who he is.
Well, let's just, Jeff, may I please? Let me introduce you to Jeff Panzer, one of the greatest music video producers in history. Thank you. He is a legend. He did, what was it? Oh, I don't know, Paul McCartney. Think of any famous name you can. And you did Wiz Khalifa too, didn't you? Or was it Lil Wayne?
Little Wayne, but to start off, I was a television producer for a show called 2020 when they first started in 1978. I did all their music profiles and stories and everything else. And then I got into music videos and started working in the 80s with Pat Benatar, with Billy Idol, with Slaughter, and groups like that. Um, my first foray into hip hop music was a group called Arrested Development, and they had a song called Tennessee. And then I went on to do work with Cash Money when they first started and did Juvenile's first successful song, Ha, and then back that ass up. And from there, I worked with, I'm looking around my office just to get a grip because it's still early here. But I've worked with everybody that was on Cash Money from Juvenile, Little Wayne, the Hot Boys, the Big Timers, Nicki Minaj, Drake, um, and a whole bunch of others. You can Google me and see it in Wikipedia. And It's funny, I just got up and I was going through this morning's news on X, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with a woman by the name of Grace Slick of the Jefferson Airplane and the Jefferson Starship. Well, it's a birthday today, so if you go to Jeff Panzer 2, you'll see a picture of me in my young age in the 80s of Gracie and myself shooting a concert in the Sunrise Music Fair in Fort Lauderdale back in the 80s. So that's it in a nutshell. And I'm just here to listen to great music. And I'm a fan of Stormy's and her music. And I think she does great, wonderful music that is definitely worth listening to and appreciating. And I just love independent music right now.
Wow. Yo, a pleasure to meet you, dog. Definitely in the right spot. That's all we do. All we do is talk about music, do music, and even battle music, which is what we had happen yesterday. If you check in the pin post up top, we do music battles here at WaveWarZ, where we also introduce a crypto element that allows people to trade live, like trade the music live like stocks during the battle, and whichever side got a bigger market cap at the end of the timer is the winner, etc., etc. So we just doing all of these new things with music. I think the blockchain has just opened up a whole new world of possibilities of what can be done with music and all of the fire things. And we here to bust this industry wide open with a bunch of new tech, a bunch of new artists, a bunch of new fire ass styles. So yeah, bro, welcome to the space. Stormy got a hand up. What's up?
I had an idea, just a random thought. Once he gets comfortable with this kind of thing and sees what's going on, what if he became one of your guest judges?
Yo, facts. You will be a fire judge, bro. I mean, if you ever down, bro, literally just hit me up, Hurricane. Like, and I'll tell you when the battles are. Next one, right now, our next scheduled one is November 9th. That's actually kind of alpha for the space as well. But we might have one earlier. We still in talks. But the next scheduled one for sure is November 9th. So if you're around, you can definitely come through and judge and catch the full vibes.
I would love that, Hurricane.
Let's go, man. I wish you was there yesterday too, because yesterday, man, the music was absolutely. I think I heard the best beats I've ever heard in my life yesterday, because we had the finals of a producer tournament that we've been holding, and like, my God, they brought it, yo. They brought it in a half, and yeah, we got that space above pinned up top. So if anybody in the space wants to go see the replay or just listen to the vibes, yo, it's up there for y'all. But yeah, incredible vibes yesterday. Shout out to Stormy. Shout out to Jeff. Mumbo got his hand up. What's up?
It's on this. I know we want to get to Louis too. I love you, man. And there are Jeff. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Right? I all of those things, the name drops, holy, like that is gonna go numbers, right? But I'm so glad that I got to meet you before all that and just hear that, just the love in your voice and like, no, okay, perfect, you know what I mean? However, the judges thing, this is something that I have been low key. It's one of my put it in like top 5. I got a lot of fucking things. I'm like, man, maybe 10. I don't know. There's a couple great ideas that I have. I'm like, oh, we'll integrate for WaveWarZ. Hurricane has agreed on plenty of them. There's lots of stuff to do, right? I don't know exactly the total vibe on this one, but I've mentioned about like judges that are just here. I think about other shows and it's like American Idol has 3 just standard judges kind of thing. Maybe they rotate out. Maybe there's a guest judge kind of thing. But there are like consistent things. And I love the fact that your last name Panzer. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Perfect. So a panel of judges got Panzer on the panel. We don't do no S shit. The Z vibe fits it. I'm just saying there's that already, right? The branding is like, you know, but also just like there's the ethos, pathos, and logos, right? And I think you are touching on the ethos part of it, right? That's like talk about like your repertoire in the scene kind of thing. Like if you watch a commercial and a doctor pops up and he says, "Hey, blah blah, we think this toothpaste is great." That's ethos, right there. So that is super hot when it comes to judging and stuff like that. When you think about Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul or whatever that was like a judge for a show kind of thing, then it's like, oh wait, no, they you got skin in the game. They clearly there should be a judge. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel a little bit of a ugh. You know what I mean? When people come out and they're like, they're not even listening, what happened, blah, blah, blah. This whole thing, no shade to WaveWarZ, right? I love how it's been going, right? But maybe there's a room for a transition kind of thing. And man, I would put so many votes. If I had 100 votes, 100 votes are all going to make sure that Jeff is going to be a judge. I would even help. I would dedicate part of my own trading fees. You know what I mean? Give me 2% trading fees so that I could help pay Jeff a freaking salary to be a judge. These kind of things. I really think it'd be a great idea, and I'm so glad that Jeff is here and just a lover of music, because this literally is a hub for new music. I can't tell you how many new artists. I mean, I probably could tell you because it's WaveWarZ.com. It's all on the block and it's recorded, and there's a website and we can go see all the previous artists that have streamed on WaveWarZ, including me right here next to us. So I'm about ready to shut up and pass the mic over and let's get to talking. But yeah, thanks for being here, Jeff, and hopefully stick around and check out some of these battles and whatnot. At the very least, go check a recording on the YouTube because Candy has been cooking.
I'm very happy to be here and to listen to some fresh music.
God bless, man. That's what we do out here, Stormy. I don't know if you got something queued up, Louis. I know you got.
I always do.
Okay, so yeah, we could definitely jam a little bit in the space today. I'm down for that. So yeah, if y'all, get ready. Once I let y'all know it's the time. Yeah, let's cut, bro. Let's jam out. But let's say what's up to our G Louis from the Stewie live. Never chewy. I don't know. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what's good, gang? Nah, just working behind the scenes currently. Talking about new music. I was actually just working on some new music as well too. Made trying to recover from a trade as well earlier from Tesla, but we recovered 90%. We just gotta recover the next 10%. You feel me? But we blessed. What's up, Hurricane? What's talk to me, Candy? We got Stormy in the building. Yeah, I think I know who Stormy's gonna face.
Oh,
I
who
think
you
I
think
already
it is?
know. I think I
DM me,
have
DM me who you think it is.
DM you.
Yeah.
All right, if I get it right, what happens?
I don't know.
If you get it right, I will give you a kiss on the cheek.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, shout out Mumbo in the building. We got Jeff in the building. Stilo.
Hey, I'll call that kiss too. Louis, if you get it right, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek too.
Woo!
Steve Stage. Nah, we chilling though. Like I said, we just we looking at we love. I was gonna give you guys like the stock that I was trading, but maybe it's just.
Oh, give me the non-financial advice. What's the move, bro? What's the ticker?
There is no financial advice.
Exactly. What's the ticker?
But I'm on Tesla right now. It dumped, but it looks like it's consolidating on the lows on the support zone. So my thoughts, my predictions, if it's holding support, it's going up. So and it looks like it's setting up. So that's just what I think. So I'm just kind of looking for that bounce real quick, and there is already 2 bounces. So that means that it's strong.
Hey, Louis on it, low key. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you no. However, you know what I mean? There's like short game, long term plays, right? I think you might be in this little like mid range / short range ish on this Tesla kind of totally fair, right? My end game strategies right now are based off utopia, dystopia, right? A lot of this shit is gonna go way down to zero. Humanity is gonna win on some shit, right? The techno kind of crazy. I don't know. We might need to shift. I definitely think it's gonna bounce. You know what I mean? Get in there for the fucking. You know what I mean? We're gonna have it's gonna get way crazy. They're gonna be robots.
Get in there for the what?
By Tesla, maybe. You know what I mean? But then, like, once the robots come out, and like, then I think it's gonna really tank. Like, we're gonna see a big pump because they're out, and like, there's gonna be crazy new things, and they're mining. You know what I mean? They're getting the coal now, right? But then it's like, oh my god, robot went rogue. That stock went down to zero. So get out before then, kind of thing. But get in before then, kind of thing. So I think that's still around where Louis at. So absolutely, you know what I mean. That shit is tanking. People are mad at him, but it's about to go. Boom. Same thing with like Palantir. You know what I mean? And maybe even Nvidia. Nvidia's at an interesting like point because they're like so pivotal to like all the fucking tech that really any way it goes, even if it goes straight back to utopia, there's probably going to be some chips that are coming out of there. But they're not the only people in the game. So look at other people that are like breaking those waves in the numbers about chip production and stuff like that. Like the whatever. I'm yapping, but thank you, Louis, for the you know, what's the ticker? You're absolutely right. I'm not financial advice, of course.
Yo, this is not financial advice, but the new ticker right now, I ain't gonna lie, bro, because so like last week, you know, or like 2 weeks ago, WaveWarZ happened, Mumbo. I think you missed it. Got a little baggy. I saw Quakey on the low. Got that little Quakey on the low, about to dip, and now it's on the rise a little bit. So right now, I think Quakey might be the ticker. And like looking at how Stu Kwan and like, you know, their team is working, you know, there might be something there. I'm just letting you know that my $50 is now here. Let me just give you a real time. It's now $54. So I got $4 right now. I'm up $4. Okay.
Cash out, bro. Cash out, bro. Go get yourself some tacos.
How many tacos that gonna get, bro? If he was in Costa Rica, he's gonna get a couple.
Depends where you're at. If he went to the Sharks game last night, it would have been free. You know what I mean? We got 3 in the net. 3 tacos you get was good. We still lost, but go Sharks.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. But
San Jose Sharks. Sorry, just repping. You know what I mean? Bay Area team. It's our only, like San Jose, where I'm born. It is our only team, like that is representing my city, that made it to the big leagues. So go Sharks.
There you go. Speaking of, let's hear some vibes. I mean, speaking of, you know, Sharks, waves, music. That's the thought trail that I went down. But I'm trying to hear, you know, Story's song that she was telling us about. Apparently, she's dropping a new single. I don't know if you can play that or
absolutely.
Let's get it.
Just fair warning, this is a little bit spicy, but you know me, I'm everything spicy. It's the Latina in me. It's also the Native American in me, but hey, there we go. This is Be Mine Tonight.
You try to hide it, but your eyes betray the voltage rising. You're giving it away. Every time I see your face, I'm alive. Heartbeats crash, sparks collide. You're dangerous in a neon dream. Got me burning hotter than gasoline. You capture the heart of me. Yeah. No escape, no alibi. You're my perfect tragedy. I can't breathe, you got it
my God. That shit went hard, yo. Is that really AI?
That was actually my voice mixed with AI.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, I feel some soul in this, bro. This doesn't feel like soulless AI. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. It's literally my voice trained by AI to do that.
Yo, that was tough, yo. Yo, let's see what Jeff
Actually,
got.
he knows me. I was just going to correct that. I trained AI to do that.
Yo, that was fire, yo. And like even the drops and the pauses, like that was a piece, yo. Let's say what's good to Jeff. What up, Jeff? What up?
I'll tell you something. I've listened to a lot of music in my time, and Stormy has so much soul in her music and her vocals and all. She just blows me away every time I hear one of her songs.
Oh, I love you, Jeff. Thank you.
God bless, God bless. Yeah, that song definitely brought the heat, yo. Definitely brought the passion. I like that shit a lot. So yeah, when's it dropping? That's the question.
Today,
Oh shit, when?
I'm waiting for the countdown email. It literally went out this morning. Let me check something real quick.
Okay,
Um, they're still processing it. I gotta wait for Japan to wake up. Apparently,
Japan.
I'm cheesing. Whatever YouTube and all the Spotify, it's going on Apple, YouTube, Spotify, all of that stuff. Yep.
God bless, God bless. It actually brings me to a great new question that, and this is like a question for the room. Definitely want to get your opinion as well, Jeff. Like, what is y'all's opinion on the current state of the music industry? Like, what do y'all think about, because why can't Stormy just upload it and it's ready in like the when she uploads it? You know what I'm saying? Like, number one, number two, like, what's your opinion on streaming? What do you think streaming has done to music, etc., etc.? Yeah, I would love to hear it. Jeff had his hand up. What's up, Jeff?
Well, if you just take a step back and look at the music industry, the music business, nothing really has gone on in the label side of the music business for about 15 years now. And they're basically on life support regarding where labels are now. There's no artist development anymore. There's no marketing anymore of artists. Where back when I was in the music business starting off, an artist would have 2 or 3 albums before any movement was taken, whether they dropped the artist or they put more money into it. Now it's like if you don't have instantaneous gratification, you're dumped. And then the label owns your music for X amount of years. So I say this constantly, that the new next great thing is going to be coming from this independent world that we all are part of. And you wait and see. I've heard, like, Stormy is a perfect example. So many great artists are coming from this independent world that one is about to break, or 10 are about to break, and all of a sudden it's going to be the end of the big labels as we all know it now, and all they'll become is another arm of distribution for artists. And labels are looking like I'm looking for the next great thing out there, and all they have to do is spend an hour or two on this computer and get onto X or even Instagram or TikTok, and they're out there. And there's an amazing abundance of great talent out there that's just waiting to break through, and they will, because as I said, unless you're Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande or any of these female young singers that basically come out of a cookie cutter mold, there's nothing fresh, new, exciting happening in the labels, but there's certainly a lot of that happening on the computer, on the internet. And I think it's amazing.
Yo, beautiful take. Love to hear it. I share the exact same sentiment, which is why, I've essentially dedicated my life to building out here, especially with this new technology that's coming up. I want to ask you though, like, what is your opinion on like blockchain technology? I don't know if you've heard of music NFTs. We just told you about WaveWarZ, another application of the blockchain in music. I want to know your opinion on how you think like these new lanes are gonna affect like the overall industry as a whole.
I personally think whatever comes out that's new, different, and exciting will just automatically capture the audience attention. And we're in the middle, very beginning of a new music revolution that's coming from the web. And sooner or later, as I said earlier, somebody will break out and become the next great thing. And I remember when I was a kid, before most of you were even born, I'm sure, but I was one of those kids on a Sunday night back in 1964 that saw four guys from Liverpool just blow this country apart. And it was the Beatles. And why were the Beatles so successful? Well, A, they had a great sound, they had a great look, and they were different. And I never saw anything like it as a kid. And I was just so blown away that the very next day I asked my mother to take me to the record shop and buy one of those albums. And there was a line out the door. And that's what I'm talking about. The Who sang a song, "The music must change," and the music's about to change very, very shortly.
Man, bro, you on the pulse. I feel the exact same way, bro. Like it's definitely exciting. What's up? Were you about to say something else?
Me?
Yeah. I saw you unmute your mic.
No. I'm just listening and just telling you what I think and where my thoughts are at.
Right. So I definitely agree to the point that like a lot of this new talent is being bred online, etc., etc. And I am kind of fuzzy on the idea of like superstars though. I feel like with a lot of this online stuff, it's like a lot of very niche artists that are really appeal to a certain sector extremely well. But I haven't seen like a new quote unquote like superstar come out in a while. Maybe that's just because we still need to quote unquote wait for that to happen, or like it's gonna happen when the time is right, etc., etc. But I also see a future where it's more like collectives and communities coming up like together, like that kind of energy, like Wu Tang kind of energy. I see that happening a lot.
Well, you say Wu Tang, I'll say Cash Money, where they're their own labels almost. And these spaces that I listen to are basically record labels, mini record labels happening right now. And there will be superstars that rise above the rest because that's just how music has always been, or I should say, at least for pop music. Um, they will rise again. It just needs, I think I mentioned the Beatles earlier, and one real important factor of the Beatles being so big as they were when they first broke was what was going on in this country in January of 1964 and I don't want to bore you with history or anything else,
Nah,
but I think timing has a lot to do with it. Well, on November 22nd, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, America had the beloved president, John F. Kennedy, get shot and assassinated. And I think the country within itself at that time was in such a place of despair that it was almost a perfect door to open up for the Beatles, because people don't want to feel down. People don't want to be depressed. And I think music is a really great opportunity to put a smile on somebody's face, to make them feel better, to make them motivated, to just all positive things. And I think if any of those things that I mentioned prior and just now with the assassination of JFK, yes, the Beatles would have been successful, but I don't think they would have been as big as they were back in 1964, because the following year they were the first rock band to ever play a stadium and sell out in no time, and that was Shea Stadium in New York City.
man, incredible, dog. We gonna get to the other folks in the space. Shout out to Steve Strange. Shout out to Rome in the building. I see my G Cannon in the building. Falco 5, one of our favorite stalkers, just left, but all good. I see Metaverse Slim. Shout out to you, dog. But one last question for Jeff. What do you think was the special sauce that the Beatles had that that made, because I'm sure there were other bands coming out around the same time. Like, what do you think was the special sauce that really pushed them to the heights that they got to?
I think the special sauce was they came from a place called Liverpool, England. And if you're a Brit or you're from the UK, Liverpool was sort of like if you lived in New York or Los Angeles. Liverpool was like, the boondocks, where basically all it was a major seaport of all different type of items. But one of the items that they would import was all the music back from the United States. And the Beatles were one of the groups that took that music of everybody from Buddy Holly to Little Richard to Chuck Berry to the Everly Brothers, and took those those influences, incorporated it into their music. They had a certain look. They were considered at first guys with long hair. Well, if you look at their hair on the Ed Sullivan Show, their hair wasn't that long. But at the time when you're used to an Elvis Presley, they certainly looked different. They dressed differently, and their sound was a combination of all those forefathers before them that they drew influence from, incorporated it into their music, and hence superstardom hit.
Hey, man, sauce, bro. Sauce. Shout out to Jeff, bro. Really giving us the history lesson out here, bro. Big appreciate you, man. Let's let the other folks talk. I don't know if they got questions or they just got something to say. We got Steve Strange that came up first. What's good with you, dog? How you feeling, man?
Hurricane, what's up, man? Appreciate it. Appreciate these office hours. I think many of us that are coming here are beginning to realize how important and significant they are, especially in this time right now. Yeah, shout out to Candy, being that force behind the scenes, and everybody else in the space, Cannon, Louis, Stormy. I'm loving your music every day, ever more. So keep that up. Jeff, thank you for coming. And everyone else in the space, appreciate y'all being here, because it's these moments, us coming together, meeting for special cause, for finding that purpose, this forming this purpose to be a promise for each one of us in the arts, for those of us that are either in either in the craft or those that are just appreciating and loving the craft. And it's these discussions that, are dire for us to come up, put our heads together and to transition into this new wave of, planning and new wave of models and thriving in this industry and, well, making it the industry that we want it to be, because that's the moment that we're in, because we have the capability. And, it's a matter of like, now, how do we want to reform this? And it's going to take that effort from us to kind of shine that example. Otherwise, it's just going to be as it always is, where, a lot of the big dogs will just continue to move in and try and dictate, policy. And so that's one thing that I've shared in the chat bubble and put up there at the top. So this news dropped, and it's a pretty controversial. An example of this, you know, the potential here is this large group, the Universal Music Group, has come in and taken over Udio. So I don't know if any of y'all familiar with Udio. It's just like Suno. It's just a smaller platform. And from what I understand, Udio was being pressured under some sort of legal basis, where they ended up settling and just ended up caving in and partnering to Universal, which has led them to cease all the downloads on their platform. So in this transition of them reforming their policy, users from Udio can no longer download the music they're making within that music platform. And so this is a very significant happening taking place right now. I'm a big user of Suno. I like the tools they present, and I like the opportunity it gives us. So I don't know what kind of target that is putting on them from other music labels or, bigger players in the game. But in the meantime, while we have the means, of making making moves the way we are, we're really going to have to kind of figure out the play here, especially in taking the matter in our own hands of, what kind of a brand we're making for ourselves, what our marketing aspects will be in the time given, and then what the potentials are, such as this, if Suno gets clamped down on, or how much Suno, how much power they might have to combat. There's no telling how this is going to go, but this is, definitely causing some concern for us to, take some matter in our hands and figure this thing out for the time being.
If I can answer you, Steve, regarding that, I worked for Universal Music Group for over a decade, being their head of videos, and they're power hungry mobsters essentially, and they're going to get their hands on anything and everything they possibly get, because all the major labels, let it be Universal, let it be Sony, let it be Warner Brothers, they want to be part of everything and everything that's happening, because they're losing their grip on what they used to control and used to be totally all theirs, because of this advent called the computer, and how the computer now has taken over the way that people listen to music, get their music, and find different artists. It's a whole different world, and they're going to find a way to keep their hands on the pulse of what's happening. So as you can see, they're grabbing smaller fishes in the sea to keep them relevant and to keep them in the game. But my advice to any musician out there is, you got to keep what you're doing. Don't change anything because it's what you think in fashion, or it's what people want to hear. You got to play and sing and do music that first and foremost makes you happy, makes you feel like you're communicating something in a way that's totally your own style, your own brand. And if you keep on doing that, somebody will find you. And a lot has to do with timing, as I mentioned earlier, but to try to make music to please a label or to please even friends of yours or whatever, that's no way to make music. You got to make music for what's inside of you, what makes you happy, what you want to hear and talk about. And it should be your vision and your vision solely, without any influence of anything to sort of change what you're doing.
Sauced up, man. I will ask this before we get to Canon. What is your opinion on UMG now? Why did you decide to leave?
I got a better deal working with Cash Money, which was a subsidiary of Universal. And, you know, people would say, you know, how's this white guy going to go into the hood of the Magnolia Projects and turn out music videos for them? Well, it wasn't that hard back in the late 80s, early 90s. I just took everything that I've learned prior to that and incorporated it into rap music, you know, and it wasn't anything complicated. I just took this same imagery and just reflected it to another genre of music, and it's not that hard, and everything should happen organically. I always say that people use the word organic. Well, there is a truth to things being organic and real, because when it stops being organic, then it's almost forced, and it's becomes contrived instead of being real, beautiful music.
God bless, man. Appreciate the perspective. Next, we had Kenan that came through the space. What's good with you, bro? The Kenan. What up, man?
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm just on break right now.
All right, all right. I don't know if you busy or whatever. If you got any questions, man, we got the legend, bro, Jeff Panza in the space, man. Mad music industry experience, made music videos for a whole bunch of fire folks. So yeah, bro, this is a great opportunity to ask him any questions, like if you have anything like that. So yeah, I'm just move that around the room. So if you don't have any, I can
Okay,
definitely.
cool, cool. Let me see. Uh, let me think. It was a time where I was doing like videography stuff. Still here and there, I might double and dabble with the camera. So right now I'm mixing in AI art with it. I guess my question would be like, what advice do you have like to take it to the next level to be able to market this new technology in a way where it benefits me and benefits everybody else? I guess that's the question I can think of off my head. I'm just doing a little too much right now. I'm just trying to,
The first thing I would say to anybody that's shooting a video, the first thing I learned that you need to get of an artist, a band, or anything you're shooting are three basic fundamentals: a tight shot, a medium shot, and a wide shot of the artist. Because without that, the song should revolve on who you're making the video for. And a lot of times people let their minds run fast and they start concentrating on conceptual stuff and everything. But you got to remember, doing a video is basically another form of marketing artists. So without those three fundamental shots, you're not starting off on your best foot. And unless you're a Sinead O'Connor and you do a Prince remake of Nothing Compares to You, that is so intimate that a tight shot works through the entire video. but you've got to first sell the band. And if you sell the band, then more times than not, the video will be successful. And I think if you just take a look at what Stormy's been doing with AI and everything else, she's come out with really powerful, beautiful looking videos with the advent of AI and incorporated it into her look and her sound. And she's one to follow and check out because she's got a great grasp on how to do a video. And I've been giving her points along the way because I totally love her music. I think she has so much soul that, you know, her videos complement her sound. And I think that's the way of things becoming successful. They got to go hand in hand with the artists or the band that you're working with. And I think if that works, your video canon will be a lot more successful. And with AI, I think anybody will tell you with a lot of practice, you could get to be as professional as anybody else on the block.
There you go.
I
There you
appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. And yeah, I just followed you. If you're able to follow back, I would appreciate that also, so we can keep tapping in. And bro, that's legendary advice for me, man. Definitely appreciate it.
Hey, I will follow you back, and anybody on this space, if you follow me at Jeff Panzer 2, I promise you I will follow you back today.
There we go, man. But yeah, if you don't know Cannon, Cannon's actually been going crazy with the visuals. He's one of the pioneers of music trading cards, like music artist trading cards. You know, they got baseball trading cards, football, but nothing for musicians. So he's really pioneering that lane as well as creating super fire visuals. So yeah, great follow on that side. And yeah, y'all collabing or talking, I can see some big
Hey man,
future.
if the legend wanna do the same with an NFT legend, that would be excellent because whatever he would do for me, man, I would lift all my other brothers up too. You already know how it go with me. I definitely appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you responsible for a lot of projects that we seen as kids growing up to now. Like so, yeah, man, that's amazing to even be in the same to share the same room with you is dope for me, man.
There we go. There we go. Stormy with a hand up. Shout out to D Rod. I see you out here. Shout out Walt. You feel me? Then we gonna get to check. What's up? What's up? Oh, I mean Rome and then check. But what's up, Stormy?
One of the things, yes, Jeff was talking about my videos that I've been doing. One of the things that I have experienced in is I have a degree in computer animation, multimedia, graphic arts, and video. And I have, well, let's just put it this way, I graduated college in 96. So that's 30 plus years of experience. So if anybody needs to learn how to do AI of any kind, we've been working with this shit for a very long time, and I am willing to teach you how to do anything that I know how to do. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm willing to learn. So there you go. If you need it, ask me or just DM me and say, hey, Storm, I've got this project. What do you think?
I think that's a great invitation to all you guys that are listening that want to get better at using this. I call it new technology, but it's not really new. It's new to the masses. But as Stormy said, she's been practicing, and I watch her go into these AI spaces, and she collaborates with a lot of great AI artists. And I think that's what makes her better because, as she says, if she doesn't know anything, she's not afraid to ask. And I would really encourage you all to follow her and watch what she's doing because she does amazing stuff.
Some of it's kind of racy, so be aware.
There you go, yo. If you could pin up
I love that.
hey, and low key, everybody does on the real. We all being real, you know. But either way, definitely pin up something to the top so folks can check it out. Check out what you
You
got.
got it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. But yo, let's say what's good to my G Rome. He's been kicking with us for a little bit. This guy's been going crazy on the AI music angles. You know what I'm saying? Especially AI beats. Definitely one of the best I've seen. So what's good with you, Rome?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? Another beautiful aftermath. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I love when we come in and build. You know what I mean? And bring all these powerhouses together. You know what I'm saying? And look to the future. You know what I mean? Especially when you bring history together. You know what I mean? When people have been there, done it, and seen it on levels, you know what I'm saying, we don't even really think about, you know what I'm saying, and then, to just be able to humble ourselves no matter what we think, you know what I'm saying, to be able to humble ourselves, you know what I'm saying, like we a couple of hundreds to the many of millions type of thing. So, I mean, I definitely want to extend a, you know what I'm saying, appreciation, you know what I'm saying, for being in the building, you know what I'm saying, just any words of wisdom, you know what I mean? I don't even have anything specific, you know what I mean? It's just I'll sit back, ears open, you know what I mean? 'Cause when you talking and thinking about what you want to say, you're not receiving, you know what I'm saying, the gems most of the time, you know what I mean? So it's one of them things of just hoping that, you know what I mean, when it's on God's timing, everything aligns and it comes together the way it's supposed to. So the right question does happen, and you know what I'm saying, that it was meant for, you know what I'm saying, us to receive in that moment, you know what I mean? Just I'm loving creating, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my history is just in music in itself, and then just applying it to the AI now, and you know what I mean, just creating a different sound. So that's
know what I'm saying?